Good evening, my fellow physicists. I am here with you today to pretty much discuss all the ins and outs of the energy project. I was given a request by a student in specific to really go over the whole thing. He told me that there were many people in his hour that hadn't even started it, or probably because he said, I think, that they just didn't understand or that I didn't explain it well. That's what I was told, so I thought that I would go ahead and just make a video for you guys and just really show you everything that you need to know about the energy project. Now basically this is the list right here of everything that you're going to need to turn in with this project. First and foremost, you're going to need a title page. On that you're going to need your name, period, probably gradebook number 2, and just the word phrase energy project, and probably an image too if you want to go over the top. And then immediately after that, you're going to need your main chart, which you can find on the projects link right near assignments on the physics page. That's going to serve as a summary for pretty much all of your data. It's really important. We'll go over that later. And then after that, you're going to need your home utility use bill table, actually, yeah. The way that I'm doing it is if you used the phony bills, as he likes to call them. If you used your own bills, it's kind of a little different. Then this video really won't apply to you when it comes to that. But I'll just get into that later. And then there's the SAHS utility use table, which you can find also under the projects link, I think it is, yeah, on the physics page. And then after that, you got to put in your gas usage table and your food table. Also, you can find under projects. And then there's this calculation sheet, although honestly, I found it a lot easier to just put all your calculations like on the same page where your tables are, just so you don't have to, keep going to a separate sheet. But I mean, if you want to use one, that's fine. I mean, that's what the directions say, but I just did it my way. If you want to do it your way, that's fine. Again, it's your choice. Number 6, you don't have to worry about, or 5, you don't have to worry about because that is on your main chart, so that's fine. 6, 7, and 8, all these last 3 questions, he pretty much said that he'd like us to do a report on hydrogen, just to pretty much scratch all these off, and instead just do something on hydrogen. Report. Something, a report. Basically talking about hydrogen as energy, someone who uses it, what their situation is like, and whether or not we should use it. So again, pretty self-explanatory, and I'm just going to go over each and every one of these for you guys right now. Starting with the main chart. This is very important. This is pretty much your main summary of all of your data, all grouped together in one convenient chart. And you have 5 columns that you have to deal with. The first 3 here are the ones that you need to do first. Then you can do these 2, because these are like percentages. The first one is energy. This is just the total amount of energy in joules per year that you use for each of these activities. Now, chances are none of these are going to be in joules when you are doing your research, so you're probably going to have to convert them. I don't know what the conversion factor is off of the top of my head, but you're probably going to have to look it up. But that's pretty easy. It shouldn't take you that long, as long as you know what you're doing. And then there's cost. And that's pretty easy too. It's just the cost in dollars per year that you spend on that energy. And then the next one would be cost per energy unit, or dollars per joule. And what you want to do for this is you want to take the total cost per year that you spend for your energy, and you want to divide it by the total for joules, your total energy. And that's what that's going to give you is how much money you spend per 1 joule of energy that you consume. That's all that is, and that's just going to go in this column here. So then you add this up for the gas in your house, the electric in your house, the gas that you use in your car, the food that you eat, the electric and gas for the school, and then you subtotal that up here, you tack on 20% of that subtotal for commercial use, and then you have your grand totals. And then after you get your grand totals, what you want to do is you want to find the percent of the total energy and percent of the total cost. Again, that's very easy. All you need to do is, example, like if this is 10 joules and you have a total of 100 joules, that's obviously going to be 10%. Same with the cost. If this is $10 for the gas in your house and the total that you're spending on gas, or I'm not sorry, just the total in general is $100, that would be 10%. So again, pretty easy for that. It gets a little more hard once we get down here. Basically what this is pretty much the same as what you did up here, except on a much larger scale. You're going to start out finding the totals for Minnesota, and then another state that you can choose, and then our country, the USA, and then another country that you choose, and then the world. And I want to say, it says right here that all these boxes and the double brackets are extra credit. So if you're one of those lazy fellows out there who's half-assing this last minute or what have you, then I guess you can certainly skip those, or at least that's what it looks like from this. But then again, we've been surprised before about what we've been told. So that's the main chart in a nutshell. What we've got next is your home utility chart. This is essentially what it looks like. On the top you have the electric, and on the top you have the gas. Now you're only going to be using this sheet specifically if you're not using your own home bills. This is, I don't know if you remember a while back when he said, oh hey, by the way, bring in your energy bills if you don't want to get docked a few points on the project. And if you didn't do it like myself, then you got to use this. And he only gave this to leaders, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken. And basically this is like an average for a family of 4. So what you want to do is add up the days, because it might not be 365. If it's not 365, which it certainly might not be, then what you want to do is when you get your electric usage total, and this is in kilowatt hours by the way, and your dollar total, you want to divide that by 360, or no, the number of days that's here, and then just multiply that by 365. It's pretty easy. You guys should be able to get it. And again, these things that are in X's, you don't need to worry about at all. All you need to worry about is what is in the brackets. What's in the X's, you don't need to worry about whatsoever. Get that out of the way. So again, you find the total in kilowatt hours. This is what this is in. And it's in therms for gas at the bottom, right here, right there, gas. So you just add those up. And I want to say, this is where I'm a little uncertain, because I did this a really long time ago, that this might be for a family of 4. So I think what you'd want to do is actually take your totals for the electric usage, the electric price up here, and the gas usage and the gas price, and divide them by 4. I'm pretty sure you should probably do that. Again, I'm not 100% sure because he didn't explain this very well, but I just urge you to ask him so we can get this solved, and post it on Facebook if you do get an answer out of him. But yeah, that's pretty much it about the home utility chart. I'm going to move on to the school utility chart, which is basically like the same thing, except it's just organized a little differently. You have number of days here, kilowatt hours, and cost is the electricity on the left, gas on the right. Again, what's in brackets is all you need to worry about. Everything that's crossed off, obviously you don't. And you add up the number of days, and for both of these it's not 365, so when you do get these totals for electricity, let's say you want to divide this by 423 and then multiply it by 365, because you want it to be for a year, not 423 days, because obviously that's more than a year. Same thing with the gas. And also, this is total, like for the entire school, so what you want to do is, I want to say there was 2,400 people in the building. I don't have the original sheet that I had where it actually had the number of people on it. I want to say, I think I remember it being 2,400. Don't quote me on that, though. But, again, I urge you to ask if that's what it was. And this you can find under the projects link near your assignments. Same with the main table. And then next we have vehicle energy use. this is essentially how much energy you're using for your car when it comes to gasoline. And this is like, usually, this is pretty easy because it's pretty much like all given for you step by step on like most of this project, unfortunately. So you get all the steps here. Very self-explanatory. I don't even know if I really have to go over it because you can read it. And again, this is under the projects link near assignments. Pretty easy. You guys should be able to handle that without any further explanations. Same thing for food usage, although this requires a little more research, mostly because you really have to do a lot of speculation, really, not just with this, but with the whole project. Again, this is under projects, near assignments. Yeah, that's pretty much it for food. Again, if you guys have any more questions, just let me know. I might not be doing the best job of explaining this, but I'm certainly doing the best I can. And I think that is about it. Yeah. So I hope this helped for you guys. It may not have been the best explanation that you were looking for, but I mean, I certainly wanted to at least give you guys a taste. Well, not a taste, just explain it better to you for those who are not understanding it. Yeah, again, if you have any more questions, hit me up on Facebook, talk to me at school, or text me, or anything like that. Because I'm pretty sure there's probably something I missed in this video, but nothing right now. Other than that, that's about it. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for watching.